What are you worth? Like hundreds of millions.
I
I
don't-
bet you. I've seen. I think I read once that only Seinfeld and Chris Rock made more money on the road.
This is good tequila. I don't know what it is. Thank you.
Is that what it is? I thought it was the ketamine. I feel fantastic. I don't know what it is.
I still want to know what Jing is. So anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a way to make sparkling water into diet soda without any of the chemicals that are in diet soda.
Oh, all right.
I feel like I keep.
My wife made you cookies for
Your
today.
wife made me cookies.
Yeah, she did. And she's
Does she
vegan.
know about Montreal?
she does now.
Okay.
That was before we met.
So what was that gig in Montreal? Now I'm curious.
It was a comedy
I was in-
festival.
Oh.
I've only been to like 2.
And you say the 80s.
No, let's see. Hold on a second.
Was it pre your
could have been-
Tonight Show?
It could have been, yeah, it could have been late 80s, early 90s. I don't know. But you were doing a thing and I was...
But how many people were on the bill? Was it a big extravaganza?
Man, that's tough. You know, no, I swear. I go back to theaters now. Like I shot my first special in. What are you laughing at?
Man, that's tough. It's
I
such a
don't remember
great-
because
no, but it's just a great way to express what at our age is. Because I get this asked all the time. You know,
Right.
when I'm talking to younger people, and it's, as I often am. You know, I'm a mentor. That's what I live for. That to help the young people.
of course.
But yes, it's like they ask questions about things in 1984, and you're like, that's tough. You know, like I mean, you know, you're asking a lot. Like disc full, like there is a memory, but it's just no. I mean, it is amazing the way your mind, not you consciously, but your mind decides. Your mind is your mom going through your old Playboys or your old soldiers, toy soldiers, and just baseball cards, and just throwing shit away.
getting stuff, yeah.
And sometimes you want to say to your mind, "Mom,
Right.
I wanted that."
Right.
And
Yeah.
you threw it away.
Well, the worst part is when you forget what it is that you were trying to remember.
Yeah. Well, I do it live here every week. I mean,
Right.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah,
you know.
but the thing in Montreal, I do not remember because those gigs that I felt were big gigs back then, I will go back to that same facility and be like, what? Because my first special, I thought it was 2006 at a theater, and if you'd have asked me 2 days ago, I would have told you it was 1,200 people, and. We went back because we were going to shoot another special. I said, let's go back to that place at Full Circle. And they came back to me and they said, it's like 300 seats. I'm like, it's smaller than a comedy club?
Wow.
So the thing that we did
Like
in Montreal.
going back to your old room.
Huh?
Like going back to your old room where you grew up.
Yeah.
And you feel big.
Right. And no more. So the thing that we did in Montreal could have been, 300 or 400 seats, or it could have been 1,000. I don't know.
Well, I only obsess on it because Montreal was the site of such a traumatic moment in my life.
What happened?
I was booked there as a headliner before I was ready to be a headliner.
Oh. So what year was that?
1980.
Okay. Wow. Well, yeah, it was long before I moved out to LA.
I had
Yeah.
only been doing comedy a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
And I was not ready to be a headliner, and proved it that night. And it was just, you know, the only laugh I got was mispronouncing the name of the local premier, René Lévesque, who was running to separate Quebec. It was a big issue at the time, whether Quebec would become its own country. And there was just something about bombing. Like, sometimes I go to the Comedy Store. Like after dinner, we're just like, what are we going to do? I don't want to go home. Oh, you know what's great? Because I don't drink anymore, really. I mean, just here. And I see these people on stage. I mean, it's either really good or painfully bad. Either way, it's not uninteresting.
Right.
And when I see the painfully bad, I mean, I've seen some things that were just, and I'm like, wow, I know that exact feeling. Maybe I didn't lash out that badly, but I definitely made things worse, as this comic is doing.
Oh.
And, but I did it. And I couldn't do it now. But
Well, that's the way I am with the Melrose Improv, and that's why I don't hang out with comics. I'm like kind of my own lone wolf. I've never been part of that you did the Tonight Show with Carson, then you went back to the Improv and you watched it, and everybody, yay.
were people snobby because you work with puppets?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah, of course. It was like,
So it really should be another kind of designation for the woke to champion, if you will. You know, I mean,
Right, of course.
like in Walk Hard. You never see Walk Hard?
No, I never did.
Never saw Walk
No,
Hard?
should I?
What are you, a
did.
communist? It's the best. It's so funny.
Okay.
Judd Apatow send
Right.
up a music, the Beatles. It's amazing.
All right.
And but one of them is there's a Dylan character, and he champions midgets.
Oh no, that's great.
And then he sings a folk song for the little people. You have to just look at that clip. It's just too much.
All right. But yeah, so the improv was the same way because it was, and there's a stigma against anybody who's not a straight monologist who walk up on stage with anything.
Right.
Like Carrot Top, people
Love him.
Yeah, but now
We're
his
good
show, you go see his show, and it is in Vegas. It is laugh out loud funny from
Of
beginning
course.
to end. It's
sure.
brilliant.
So, just because it's a puppet is a device.
Well, see, what I like, what I do, the reason I love it is because I can point and counterpoint, and I can bring up a subject and a topic, and if the character says something that's not quite right, I can do the opposite side of it. It's a conversation. It's
What it is, I have the same jealousy of you that I have of my very, very dear friend, Seth MacFarlane. Mm-hmm. Because, like, what I do is I say as me what I say. And so I get a lot more shit than they do.
Right.
Because when you're a cartoon, it's amazing. If I said the things that they do as a cartoon, cripples and race, I would be castigated to no end. And you can hide behind the puppets. No, I'm not. I don't mean that as a knock. It's just a device that allows you this distance, that gives you a latitude with the audience that I do not enjoy, because it is me as me. They know I'm not a character.
Right.
And so you are just much more out front.
Well, and Gutfeld covers it says something horrible, and he goes, a racist would say. He always covers it up that way, which is like really, to me, really brilliant. He'll say something horrible, and then he'll back it up with that. A misogynist would say.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. And it is fun like that because I can say outrageous things and then correct him. So you're right. I can get away with a lot of stuff. But I like doing that because people walk away from my show going, I really don't know what he thinks. I'm not sure what his beliefs are because he did both sides.
Right. And that's from the very beginning, that is always been and should always be the classic paradigm of the ventriloquist is, just remonstrating the puppet. Yeah, these are nice people. For God's sakes, what are you saying? You're so out of line.
Right.
I am the voice of. Don't insult the nice people like that. They're not.
That's every ventriloquist movie.
It has to. It has to have that sense.
Yeah. So how long have you done this show?
We started this in 2022.
Who was the absolute best where you went, I think this is going to be a dud, and it would turn out to be a fabulous interview? Where you went, gotta be.
It's not an interview.
Well, whatever.
Plainly.
A discussion.
I mean, it's
who turned into the best discussion that you like found?
Oh my God! I mean, even if I had an answer to that, I wouldn't.
Then which one has gotten the most watches that people have loved?
I don't know those things either. My deal with this was I already have a job.
Right.
All I'm going to do is walk over here from next door where I live.
Right.
At exactly the time the show starts and leave right after it ends. And that is the level of my commitment. I love it that way.
Can I say the size of
I
this?
barely know who the guest is.
Right. I used to love what Carson would say, that he'd walk off stage and he'd get home and somebody'd say, how was the show? And he couldn't even remember who it was he interviewed.
Yeah, well, that certainly when you do an everyday show.
Right.
But even now, if you said, who were the guests on Real Time Friday, like I would, I think I could conjure it up, but 2 weeks ago? No. I mean, that's the nature of this kind of business is, it's a little like a sports team, like, next game. You as soon as the one game is over, you're thinking about the next game.